What's up everyone, CBK here to bring you another Marvel Spider-Man 2 video, and today we're talking about a fan favorite character, Black Cat. She's been especially popular ever since the release of Marvel Spider-Man on PC, but we don't need to get into that. But lately I've been doing a series on my channel going over what characters should be in Marvel Spider-Man 2 and what roles could they have in Marvel Spider-Man 2. Last week I did one for Yuri/Wraith. If you haven't checked that one out, definitely do it after this video. But today we're going to talk about Black Cat. Black Cat, aka Felicia Hardy, is an awesome character and had a very small presence in Marvel Spider-Man, but had an even larger role in the City That Never Sleeps DLC. The DLC really went into Felicia's and Peter's complex and intimate history with one another. They obviously were at one point in time in a relationship with one another after Peter and MJ initially split for the first time. And in the City That Never Sleeps DLC, she even had Peter believing that he could potentially be the father to her son. We later found out that the whole baby thing was a lie. Or was it? Although she did lie about her son being kidnapped, it doesn't mean that she lied about actually having a son. But I say all of this just to emphasize the point that Spider-Man and Black Cat have a very complex history. One that obviously makes Peter uncomfortable talking about, especially with MJ. So is there a place for the character of Black Cat within Marvel Spider-Man 2? Well, maybe. This story is going to be slam-packed with characters already. Between Harry as Venom, the setup for Green Goblin, and Kraven, along with a ton of returning characters, it may be a little hard to fit in Black Cat into this story, unless it's for a smaller role. But I do think I could find a way to fit her into this narrative. And it all boils down to how Peter acts once he has the black symbiote suit. It's no secret that the reason that Peter and Felicia really split was because of their differences in their lifestyles. Peter always wanted her to be on the straight and narrow, but that could really change with the black suit. Being that Peter will have the black symbiote suit, he might be inclined to indulge in his desires more than he normally would if he had a clearer head. But the influence of the black suit could certainly cloud his judgment, and as we know from the comics and movies, once the symbiote suit comes to Peter, he almost becomes a different person. He has a brand new confidence and attitude. He almost becomes a narcissist and develops this bad boy persona, which, if we're being honest, could really attract Black Cat even more to Peter. This obviously would cause a huge rift between Peter and MJ's relationship. As we can see by the end of Marvel's Spider-Man, Peter and MJ are assumed to be together again. However, this symbiote suit is more than likely going to affect their relationship in some shape or form, and I believe that Black Cat could potentially be the wedge that divides them. I could see a scenario where Peter and Black Cat are working together for some reason in this story. Perhaps he just seeks out her help for something, and it obviously makes MJ uncomfortable given that MJ and Peter are together now, and Black Cat and Peter have some sort of history. This could cause Peter to become angry and have his anger amplified because of the black suit. Overall, I do love the complexity and uneasiness surrounding Felicia Hardy as a character, and I really love the chemistry between her and Peter. She really became a standout character in the heist chapter of the City That Never Sleeps DLC. The question is, was Insomniac Games only planning to use her for that DLC story and then move on from the character? Or did they have plans to expand on the character and all of the history that they alluded to between her and Peter? I, for one, would love to see more insight on what their history and relationship was like, and I would love to see the dynamic between Peter and Felicia be expanded on, especially if Peter has the black suit. I'm fairly certain that most of you guys would like to see Black Cat return in Marvel Spider-Man 2, and maybe even as a playable character in the game. So I won't ask you if you want to see her or not in this game. Instead, I want to know what kind of role you would like to see her have in Marvel Spider-Man 2. Do you think that she has a place within this narrative? Let me know in the comments section so we can discuss. But guys, that's going to conclude this video. I do hope you enjoyed. Be sure to hit that subscribe button to keep up with all of the Marvel Spider-Man 2 hype. But that's going to be it for me, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.